So I just completed all the GTA games that are currently released, and safe to say, I enjoyed it. But now I am in the dilemma. Do I wait 2 more months for the release of GTA 6, or do I look for other similar games to fuel my addiction? Given the title of the video, the answer should be obvious. Well, when browsing the Steam store, I stumbled across a game that has the same vibe and similar missions to GTA 4. The game I'm talking about is Hitman Absolution, the predecessor of the Hitman trilogy. Now, you might think, wait, how in the world is a Hitman game similar to a GTA game? Well, you see, the Hitman trilogy is completely different from Absolution because you have to be stealthy when you try to murder your targets. Otherwise, the game will give you a bad conscience by giving you a 0-star rating. But Hitman Absolution is just like, screw it, just give the player eagle eye and force him to use it several times in the game. And at that point I was just like, both games have similar aesthetics, both games released on the same console, missions usually end in a bloodbath, especially when I play them, and lastly, both games feature a frightening Eastern European protagonist that is hired to kill people. Yep, that's close enough to me. Welcome to GTA 4 Agent 47. So lie back and let me tell you the story of me completing Hitman Absolution like it was part of GTA 4. So the game begins with 47 being tasked to take out his handler Diana Burnwood because she kidnapped a girl called Victoria from the ICA, an international assassin organization that they both work for. So I infiltrate Diana's mansion and end a guy who just found out that he does not have cancer by pulling him out of a window just because no one is allowed to have a good day, especially me. As soon as I locate Diana, I take a shot at her and I kid you not, 47 regrets it immediately and promises Diana to take care of the child that she kidnapped from the ICA. Amazing. Not only did I just lose my job in this economy, while an international assassin ring is actively trying to track me down, but I've also just become a babysitter. Like, I can't even take care of a cactus in real life. How am I supposed to take care of another human being?
Meanwhile,
please, someone water me. I'm so thirsty.
Luckily, 47 does the only reasonable thing in this situation that will surely not result in a lot of civilian casualties and puts the girl in an orphanage. This enables me to focus on the important things, like meeting some women of the night. Oh yeah, and I also call a dude called Birdie, who not only lives in a bus with an unhealthy number of pigeons, but thankfully also has some information that might help me to get out of this mess. But in exchange for his information, Birdie wants me to get rid of the king of Chinatown. And luckily for Birdie, I am an extremely skilled assassin who leaves no traces behind. I immediately see a fancy car that apparently belongs to my target, so I dispose of the guard guarding it and shoot the car trying to lure my target over. And the Dumbo actually comes without his scars and seems to be rather devastated about his car. So I proceed to empty 2 entire clips into him, and don't worry about this not being stealthy. The police will think that he was so devastated about his car that he committed one of those self-endings where people just shoot themselves 12 times in the back. Those happen every day in Russia, by the way, so that's not suspicious at all. Upon getting all the information he needed, 47 enters his depression arc and decides to not only leave his 2 suppressed pistols behind, but he even goes so far as to cut the barcode on the back of his head. And just saying self-harm is always a stupid idea. Trust me, I speak out of experience. But getting rid of your guns while you are getting chased by an international assassin ring that is probably armed to the brim is probably not a good idea. Anyway, with the information Birdie gave me, I tracked down a gun runner called Blake Dexter, who currently resides in a hotel in town and really wants to get his hands on Victoria. And remember guys, gun runners are usually unarmed pacifists, or that's probably what 47 thinks, because I kid you not, when infiltrating the hotel that is filled to the brim with gun runners, 47 decides that the best move is to only bring a revolver with 6 bullets. Yeah, I wasn't really keen on going in guns blazing. Maybe on the account of me having no guns, but I navigated my way through the hotel up until I was in Dexter's suite, where I also wasn't spotted. Oh, who am I kidding? I killed everyone in the suite. But no matter how hard you think I'm currently winging these missions, Agent 47 is winging them even harder. Just look at him thinking about killing the Hitman Gaming's universe equivalent of the Incredible Hulk with a piece of fiber wire. Like, that's just an ass whooping waiting to happen. So, guess what happens next? A. 47 kills the Hulk and Dexter and the credits roll. B. The Hulk kills 47 and the credits roll. Leave your guesses right now. If you guessed answer C, the Hulk throws 47 through a door into a room where Dexter is talking to his secretary, and then Dexter randomly decides to frame 47 for murder by killing a maid and then proceeds to set the place ablaze to get rid of eventual evidence, you are correct. Luckily 47 manages to wake up in time to not get arrested and makes it out of the place before it blows up. The downside to this is that a police helicopter sees him climbing out of the window, and now not only the ICA but also the police and some gun runners should know what 47 looks like. And all of them want to see me dead. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. But it is even worse because 47 is still on his depression arc and no help whatsoever. So it was on me to get through this. Since I'm playing the missions like they are from GTA 4 anyway, I decided to lean even further into the Bellic persona, so I really had to start thinking like a Bellic.
Let's go bowling.
Not you, Roman. I need your psychotic cousin.
Run!
Yep, that's the right Bellic, and now I have an idea how to evade capture. After successfully escaping the police and causing enough casualties to end up on the FBI's most wanted list, Birdie told me to go after one of Dexter's business partners to prevent Dexter from tracking down the girl. And since I kinda went full maniac in the last missions, I really wanted one mission to not end up in a bloodbath, so I tried to sneak around, but then I got spotted carrying a lead pipe and everybody started shooting. You know what? If you get enough weapons and ammo to wipe out a small town, you're playing this game properly. Well, in the end, I killed Dexter's business partner and found out that he hired some mercenaries to track down Birdie and the girl. Unfortunately for me, Birdie folded like a piece of paper and sold me and the girl out to save his own butt. Which means that I now have to go back to the orphanage and babysit again. You see, this is why I can't have anything nice. And remember when I said that putting a girl into an orphanage when you're getting chased by an international assassin ring is probably not a good idea? Well, let's just say the situation didn't get better now that mercenaries are also chasing me. Anyway, when I got there, the mercenaries made short work of the nuns and everybody else in the orphanage, which is something that even I would never even consider. Mostly because I'm kind of scared of nuns ever since I watched The Conjuring. Anyway, I get rid of the mercenaries, but unfortunately I am unable to rescue the girl because some random guy called Lenny just comes out of nowhere and threatens to blow everybody up. But hey, at least I get the sick mandatory execution sequence. 47 then follows Lenny to a bar in Hope, South Dakota, and tries to figure out where Lenny and the girl are. And just a quick note to myself, if I ever manage to find myself in a redneck bar in South Dakota, don't pull out a gun because apparently there are more guns than people in these bars and it won't end well for me. Eventually I made it through and found out where Lenny is and that he apparently also has a gang, cause why not? Then Birdie the trader calls me and says that I can find my suppressed pistols in a nearby gun store. But when I got there, the owner didn't want to give me the pistols because he insists that they are his and dared me to try and get them. Okay, I'm fine with shooting my handler, having to take care of the child for some reason, and also avoiding to get killed repeatedly by apparently everybody. But theft? That's going way too far. Mostly because you stole my stuff. But my point still stands. So there was only one reasonable action. Get rid of the entire gun shop and everybody who's in it. And since they might be connected to Dexter or Lenny in some way or form, I think I handled that situation adequately. Now that 47 has his guns back, I made my way up to Lenny, and you might think that I dropped him immediately like everybody else. And I really want to emphasize that I did not kill Lenny. Mainly because the game wouldn't let me and said that I have to kidnap him. So I decided the best thing to do in this situation is to drop him off in the middle of the desert without food or drinks. So it's just up to Lenny what happens next. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't end him and I completed the mission without killing anyone. I genuinely do believe that I got the situation somewhat under control now, since I know where the girl is, and I also decimated a lot of Dexter's men and also some civilians, but I haven't seen anyone from the assassin ring in a while. So let's just have a look at what the ICA is up to. The assassin ring has hired a group called the Saints to take care of me. Like, why can't they just wear a suit and tie like everybody else in the ICA? YouTube is so absolutely gonna flag this video now. In the meantime, in hopes of finding the girl, I made my way up to Dexter's company where he produces enough landmines to blow up half of America. And this is where things get very dark. You see, Dexter is actively doing experiments on human beings in a secret underground lab. So I was thinking about making a World War II joke, but I'm already afraid that YouTube will flag the video because of the outfits of the Saints. And I think World War II references will not make it better. But then I don't get more than 5 views anyway, so no Operation Paperclip for any of Dexter's men. And look, all this research. Damn, it would just suck if someone just destroyed all of it. Unfortunately, the girl was in another castle, but when it all seemed lost, 47 saw that there was a cage fight nearby, with no other than the Incredible Hulk participating. And with the power of plot armor, I managed to take the Hulk out, and I now know exactly where Dexter has brought the girl. The sole downside to this was that I looked like I was a regular of the Blue Oyster Bar while fighting the Hulk. Now, if you might excuse me for a second, I'm gonna meet up with some friends. I'm at the wrong address, aren't I? After all of this, 47 needed to get some rest, so he crashed in a nearby motel. Finally, 47 gets some time to relax and to not worry about anything. So not only can't 47 relax anymore, but now he also has to survive and kill the Saints while wearing a way too short baby blue bathrobe with a hula girl on the back. I swear to God, 47, you better not die, cause dying in the bathroom to some weird nun group will absolutely tarnish your legacy. And like the stable, highly trained assassin that I am, I managed to kill the Saints and their assassins without causing any civilian casualties. Except this one guy who kept annoying me by filling up the detection bar while I was in the middle of a gunfight with 3 people. Nevertheless, I feel like that is some progress that I can be proud of, considering that the Saints blew up an entire motel and turned the surrounding area into a war zone and had way more civilian casualties than me. I gotta be honest, I kinda lost the plot at that point, but for some reason I went to a courthouse where I took out a judge for his wig and access to the basement. Yeah, if I ever get caught, that's going to be another criminal charge against me, but I definitely had to kill him to get my hands on this sick wig. Just look how good I am looking wearing it. And of course all the cops are paid off by Dexter. But this time for real, because they end up subduing and delivering me to Dexter. And of course the girl had to be in another castle again. Well, because I'm 47, I managed to make it out there, but the ICA is kind of angry that I killed the Saints, so they rock up and also try to end me. And just saying, I might have done some cruel and unusual things in this game, but at least I didn't open fire in a street festival.
Flashback. End of flashback.
Well, at least this time. Anyway, I had to get out of there somehow, and it might make you feel better knowing that this time it was personal. Another 50 or something ICA agents down, and I finally managed to track down the girl, who is being held captive in Blake Dexter's penthouse. In retrospect, it would have made sense to look there first. But before I can finish Dexter for good and recover Victoria, I have to finish my most important mission yet.
Yes, I can tell you need a new suit. Now please follow me.
Yep, that is certainly one of the missions of all time. While infiltrating the penthouse, I encounter my new favorite character in the game. A sushi delivery guy who dresses like a ninja. I don't know about you guys, but I think he's really cool and must be protected at all costs. I think that I handled the passing of the sushi ninja better than I expected. Anyway, Dexter's trying to get away, and I kid you not, this guy put enough mines in the building to blow up everything in a 3-block radius. And he actually intends of blowing up everything. In the end, I finally managed to end him and recover Victoria. There's only one thing left that I need to take care of. And it is to get rid of the ICA dude who made me shoot Diana. Look, I'm all of the jokes, so I kill his secretary, a lot of agents, and finally him. And as it turns out, Diana didn't die in the beginning. 47 just badly wounded her and reconnected Victoria and Diana. Oh yeah, and after all of this, Diana and 47 get to work for the ICA again. Somehow the ICA didn't mind me killing probably like 1,000 of their agents, the Saints, and starting a war with a gunrunner, so I guess if you are good enough at your job, you can get away with anything.